this.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's public live stream. I see that a lot of people already are gathered in the chat. While I'm waiting for more people to tune in, we already are on 1,000 viewers already. So I would say all of you, smash the likes before we truly begin. Welcome everybody to this stream of today. I hope you all had a very nice Christmas with lots of food, spent some time with some loved ones, and now today, the day after Christmas, we are here back into the charts, going to cover a little bit of local Bitcoin technical analysis, and we have a very special program for tonight because we do have some very special guests coming on in a second. So before the mystery guests are being revealed, I'm gonna cover a little bit on what is happening on Bitcoin locally. How did we trade through the Christmas period of over the weekend, etc. And then we are also going to take a look back and use this time to create a little bit of retrospect on how this year has been, and how, let's just take a little bit of a look back on Bitcoin, what has transpired, and what a year it has been as we are closing this year, which is 2021, before we are going to move on to 2022. So without further ado, everybody, very much welcome. Hit the likes. Don't forget to hit it as hard as you can. Just completely destroy that like button if you like what we do. So thanks in advance for that. Now, without further ado, let's just dive straight into the chart. Let me just double check if I actually have my microphone not muted, which is the case, so brilliant. What has happened over the last few days? We have been having Christmas over the weekend, starting on Friday evening. Then we went on to the first Christmas day, and then the second Christmas day, depending on where you are in the world, whether you do have a second Christmas day or not. Doesn't matter. We had weekend, and now we have progressed through that. And what really has happened over there? Because we have been essentially for an entire month already, we've gone pretty much sideways. And over the weekend, we have hit a very important daily level that we have created also all the way in the beginning of the range. So basically from the 8th of December, we've had a daily level created on the chart, basically creating the first horizontal resistance of the range after we had a very big drop of almost 30% overnight on Bitcoin, and go from there essentially. So what has happened? We have managed to essentially establish the range with a defined high, and also a pretty well defined lows, actually a series of lows. Simple as that. We have come down to the bottom of the range for the first time, gave us a little bit of a bounce, and then we have swing failure that low, resulting in another little bit of a bounce. We had a retracement of that move, and from there on out we started making our way upwards to the top of the range. If you would pull a fixed range from the beginning of the range to the end of the range, you simply have a point of control in the middle, short for POC. or actually POC is the short version of it. We've hovered around there for a good 3 days almost, and built up some volume over there and broke out from there. So that break to the upside was accompanied by lots of increase in open interest, and it was also actually at the time it looked fairly bullish, because there was a lot of increase in open interest, loads of longs were opening up, and that actually paved the way for yet another move to the upside within that range, of which we have now more or less reached the top of the range. And we've actually hit that daily on the 24th of December, actually on the 23rd, and basically put in a range over there. Very, very, very choppy, very ultra low volume. To be honest, not that much has transpired there, other than just simply going sideways. We did had a couple of fake outs to the upside over here as well. Then we actually had a rejection. We had another rejection, including a swing failure pattern, holding up that daily, resulting in a fairly small bounce, and then we managed to actually get below that daily level, only to bounce up from there once again, bringing us yet up above this daily level once again. And you can actually see just by this single level how relevant this level has actually been, how technically it has been so incredibly well respected, because we did not only have one touch, we had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, drop it, backtest it, 9, and then we reclaimed that daily level 2 days later, or 1.5 days later actually. And once again, this level proved to be very technical support. So where are we now at the moment? For me, it is actually fairly simple, because we are at the top of the range, and it looks like we have just swing failured that move. Not only we did take out that high just now, there was technical confluence, because if you would pull a simple Fibonacci level from where the big drop has started, in other words, from the yearly point of control, which we'll probably get back to in a little bit as well, then you can see that there's a CC straight in the middle of it. And what did we hit? Almost to the exact dollar, nothing other but the special chart champions Fibonacci level. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the reason why we are now at the top of the range, swing failuring at the moment this high, and at the moment just hovering down there for a little bit. Not too much is happening at the moment, but we did have a reaction. Now the real question is, are we going to continue now to the downside, or are we going to continue to the upside? For me, that's also fairly simple, because I'm basing these kind of readings mainly on market structures. So the first level that we now need to really lose is this daily level for a confirmation of that we actually are getting a rejection. As long as we stay above this daily, the probabilities are and remain that we might see a little bit higher prices. And should that happen, then, you know, we have further levels to the upside where we could begin thinking about anywhere between the $56,000, $58,000 region. But as far as that has not happened just yet, we are now dealing with resistance at the top of the range. And as far as that goes, that is the story of what has transpired over Bitcoin over the last few days during the Christmas and the festive period, and simply working on on this particular section of the chart. I guess I could look a little bit into order flow, although, yeah, I mean, what can I say about the local order flow? I don't really want to go too deep into it, because I don't want to lose too many people here going way too advanced and way too in depth, as I do want to keep this stream light and relaxed and enjoyable for everybody and all levels of traders. But what I can see is that we do have an increase of open interest here. So should we actually get a decline, we have a potential of a lots of trap traders at the highs of these range, which would make a decline to at least the middle of the range a little bit more probable. But as I said, the local levels that first need to be lost before we can even consider anything more than that. We are having this daily level as support, which is actually proven by past price action, and therefore we must respect that level and trade cautiously, level to level. So right now we are dealing with that $52,000 region. Should we lose, I would say 50,500, or actually better, 50,000 once again, then you could simply say that the range could potentially continue. So thus far, Bitcoin for me, and as I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, I have brought two very special mystery guests that are about to get revealed right now. So let's smash those likes if you want to find out who these are. I'm gonna wait 10 more seconds to do it, so please hit these likes. Come on, let's get excited. Let's do it. Let's interact here, and then we will find out who these mystery guests are. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Hello, guys. On a special tropical island. There we are. I do think that you guys are having your microphone muted, actually, but.
Hello.
Hello, there we go.
Hello, mate.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Oh, just chilling over here on the beach.
On the beach.
Yeah.
So you guys brought your fisherman chair and your laptop just especially for us to give us an update on how it's going on the charts, haven't you guys?
Yeah, it's very hot.
Yeah.
Hot and chilled.
Yeah, nice.
But we were ready and waiting for this. Remember that this was posted like 18 hours ago.
Yep.
Get ready for the move that will happen tonight at for this live stream.
Yep.
18 hours ago, and right on time. Swing failure pattern to highs. CC Pools and the regards.
There we go. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, welcome guys on this stream. Yeah, it's just really amazing that you guys are taking a little chunk out of your day. Look at Daniel go, sipping his nice little cocktail there in the background. Yeah. Awesome palm tree. Igor as well. Nice.
Yeah, we're having fun. It's been a great year, so why not finish the year on a high? Yeah.
I'm a little bit jealous though, because over here where I live right now, it's -5. So well done, well played.
It's warmer. It's warmer in my fridge.
Fair enough. Yeah, so I do have a few questions, I guess, for you guys. So of course, we can maybe begin off a little bit of your thoughts, also maybe on the local price section on Bitcoin. What do you guys think is going on there, and what are your thoughts?
Go first, mate.
Well, so far we've got a nice swing failure at the highs here at 52, which we kind of foresee a few days. Well, a few. What was that? A few days in advance. But yeah, just see how this SFP is going to develop into. But yeah, it's a nice little trade already, so I can't complain about that. Yeah.
Not much more to be said about that, I suppose, right?
Like I always say, just wait for the breakout.
Yeah.
Wait for the breakout and see when we get the breakout.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, so just long the breakout if it breaks out, right? And then just hope for the best. Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Exactly. So that's how we do things here, and there we go. Marking out the level. That's it. That's the swing failure pattern.
Yeah, so that's the swing failure here. So when we go down to a really low time frame, such as the 5 minute, you can see the first touch was like to the how we like to say it, to the dollar.
Yeah, exact dollar.
you get a good quick reaction, and then you go back above the level. But the respect here on the 5 minute is quite interesting, because you've got like the close of this candle and the open of the next red candle.
If you hover over this one,
this one here,
one more left. Yeah, look at this. So you see this. this is a golden nugget of information.
Yeah.
You see the high, $52,000 exactly.
Exactly.
So as soon as people see this, you have to think there's 10 minutes passing, and 10 minutes in cryptocurrency scalp trading is a very long time. So as soon as people see that high at $52,000, what they're thinking is, right, $52,000 is resistance. We've seen a swing failure pattern. I will short here with my stop loss $52,001.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes later, and this is a pattern that happens all the time, you then take that high, you stop out all the early shorts, and then you get the drop.
Yeah.
Like that happens literally so much.
Very common.
And it just gives the easiest short, but it requires that first bit of patience.
Yeah.
Like otherwise you short too early, you will have got stopped out on that, and it requires that understanding of, like, it's 52K, it's the psychological big round number, it's going to get broken. It just reels in the noob traders, literally.
The breakout.
Yeah.
And there's actually quite a few up there. I look at Exo, and there's quite a few trapped ones up there. So there's just
wait for the breakout.
Silly bulls.
Just wait for the breakout.
Same as we say silly bears at the bottom.
Silly bulls at the top.
Honestly, it's just over and over again, always the same. So but I guess it is.
And this is the thing, you need those silly people to pass their money over now.
That's it. Now we're like getting some traction to the downside. I mean, that's already like a good move.
So
really, isn't it?
Let's cut to the chase right away here. So will we see 100K? There's about 5 days left, if I'm not mistaken. So will we see 100K Bitcoin, guys? What do you guys think?
No. Only 98.
Yeah, I've heard that there's a gap over there as well. So maybe not. No, just that was just a joke. What I do want to
100K Bitcoin is dreamland. Not going to happen.
Exactly. No. I mean, I think people need to kind of forget about the speculation about 98K, 100K, and 10K and whatever K, because really you don't need any of that. All you need to know is the levels and just trade one to another, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the end, it really boils down to using your technical analysis to make a plan and simply trade level to level.
Yeah, that's
it. And shouting random targets isn't gonna bring the price to that level, so to speak, right? But technical levels are being respected, and that's what you can use to make an informed decision. So I guess that's a little bit of a knowledge drop, I suppose. But actually, now that we have two legends here on the stream, we are standing strong here with the CC team united. As we are approaching the end of the year, I think it's also a really nice moment to look back a little bit on what the year has brought for us on Bitcoin, because let's be honest, this year was quite a year, wasn't it?
It definitely was for me. I mean, I've been all over the shop place. I mean, everywhere really.
Yeah,
it's been a journey and a half, really. To be honest. Being at Chart Champions, it's great.
I guess obviously this is Igor's first public stream, so I guess some of the people are
probably wondering,
what is your journey? I guess you can explain if you want.
You can introduce yourself.
Some of your journey, because some people might not know him.
So Igor here, coach now at Chart Champions, right? And I was one of the early guys as well as Mike, right? I mean, it goes back a long time now.
Yeah.
What, 3 years? Just joined, impressed.
Long or short?
Long or short. Literally.
This is the pump before the dump.
Yeah, this is the pump before the dump. Yeah, I mean, and that's where we all start. We all start, not knowing what's going to happen, to, digging in and learning all the technical levels and everything, and we mature into better traders, I guess, isn't it? Like, but that comes with experience, time, and hard work. So for me, it's been a hell of a journey, but I wouldn't change anything. It's been really good. A year later now here, I mean, since I started planning to move away, here I am on a different country.
On the beach.
You can see the background there on the beach. And now being a coach at Chart Champions. So it's pretty exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, like, obviously
there's a lot more to say, but
there's a whole story
yeah.
that we could talk about.
Yeah, big one.
I think for me, obviously, it's just pretty amazing to see both your journeys like this year, as well as like, you know, a whole list of other people I could reel off. But, you know, obviously I think the special thing about 2021 was that, obviously, you know, I'm not going to bore people talking about the topic, but obviously because of coronavirus, people have been, you know, spending more time on the computer, and instead of, like, you can either waste your time watching TV series, Netflix, X, Y, and Z things, like, you know, you can do this, fair enough, if you want to do that, but obviously you've used your time really efficiently, really well.
Yes.
You know,
London traffic helped me, actually. Yeah, honestly, I love London traffic. Not really, but for the streams, I used to watch them back and listen. Not once, not twice, three, 4 times sometimes. Some of the good ones, like the ones I really like the Delta, CVD, you know, all of those modules that we have at Chat Champions. Those I listened back a few times to just grasp all the information, and that was all through being stuck in traffic. So a 12-mile journey turned up to be an hour and a half. Very educational, you know, just information grabbing for me. And I even stuck a tablet on the you know, dashboard, just to really, like, you know, keep looking left and right to just see what's going on. Probably not supposed to do that, but who cares? I was learning. And yeah, it just takes that extra little, you know, I guess, you know, willing power really to
I think if you look at, or you study people that are successful, read their biography, autobiographies, just try and mimic, like, their what if you look, I don't know how many other people do, but if you look at successful people, then they all have similar traits. Obviously everybody's different, but there's a similar thing, and you'll see, like, really good use of time. Like, for example, if you're stuck in traffic, you can have on in the background a video, listening to this, audiobooks, etc., like using your time really efficiently. Like, there's obviously a lot of people who say, oh, I don't have the time to learn to trade. And the thing is, everybody has the time to learn to trade. It's just, how much do you really want it?
Got 3 kids and a business.
Oh, there you go, exactly,
3 kids running a business, and I found time. There's always time.
So if you can find time with that, then, I mean, everybody really can do it.
3 kids under 10.
Yeah. And they have a lot of energy.
And moving country. and schools. You name it. You know what? Throw at me. You name it. In 2021, I've done it all through COVID.
That's impressive.
I second that. I second that. It's really funny that you actually mentioned that, because it's also really in a large part how I've managed to learn, because obviously I wasn't born as a full-time trader, right? I had a day job as well, and I had like the 6 hours train ride every single day. And that was the moment where I put in all the... I think in the beginning, I thought, like, the first time when I was coming on to a stream, I think it was in the Champions section at that time, I actually did that in the train as well. I'm not sure if you can remember, Daniel, but that was... yeah, that was... yeah, definitely. If you really want something, I definitely agree. Just go for it, right? And just, you know, don't do it halfway. Just go. Well, probably wrong choice of words, but go all in. In terms of learning, you know, like spend the time that you really want to do in order to do what you love doing. Yeah,
I call it an investment, isn't it? Yeah, invest your time, invest it, properly.
Yeah. And from there on out, so many things have happened. You know, Bitcoin went to new all-time highs in the meantime. You know, COVID happened. Like you said, like a lot of personal lives have changed. And of course, we had an amazing year of trading Bitcoin. So I was thinking maybe we can talk a little bit about Bitcoin as well. If you would look back to the beginning of the year, or like just, you know, it can be off a few days or, you know, a few weeks. Like if you like on Bitcoin, it can also be an altcoin or something like that. What was your biggest, your best trade or best experience that you had on this chart, where you were really like, wow, that was really amazing?
Well, for me, was probably, if I can show this, is it this one?
The trading,
yeah. If I can show this one, I mean, that was back in April. I mean, back in April, I was already identifying the low at 28K. And that was, well, a few weeks in advance, at least 5 weeks. As we were hitting the level, I was pretty much making a plan that we would come down and take the lows at 28K. And so it was short from 58 down to 28,830. Exactly.
Yeah, that's the exact low.
And literally, so that was all an advance. And as the whole way down, as I saw price dropping, and we actually front run slightly first, and then we came back down and took it second time around. I kept waiting because I was so confident it would come and get it. I didn't have 100% certainty, but I was waiting for it because I identified a level way in advance. And I think after picture, it's pretty much like, I think it's this one here. So yeah, that's what happened. So from here to there, I was waiting for the level, front runner. I didn't close my short. On the second touch, I did and went long. And for me, I think looking back on 2021 was well, not calling, you know, the short trade per se, but identifying the trade well in advance, you know, and taking the trade and longing the low. And I know a few others did long, because why would you not? People were being very silly at the lows, and as we call them, the silly bears, they were very silly. And so yeah, we took advantage of that. And the low was 28,829. Yeah. So I mean, no, that was the level I was I wanted to long, and the low I think just came black. What was the low really? 27. I think I remember 28,700. Yeah, 28,726. So
yeah, couldn't get much better than that.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, probably those two, yeah, the biggest ones, yeah, the short from 58 down to 28, and obviously the long from 28k, which you still hold yours.
Still have that long.
Still have that long. So that was epic. I guess you can talk about your trade. Yeah.
So that was Igor's number one. I also had to rack my brains a little bit, thinking, wow, one trade to pick on a year where we've done some pretty legendary trades. What would be my number one? And I suppose for me, it has, I mean, it's kind of difficult to decide one, but for me, it would be the long from $29,000. And I think the reason why this one was so special was because of the fact so many people got it with me, and it was given as a trade of the week, which we now call trade of the century.
Trade of the century, yeah.
Because yeah, this is something that I identified in advance, then gave it all on live stream with the exact play-by-play walkthrough of what will happen to the move.
Yeah.
And then for it to all play out exactly as predicted.
Yeah.
Well, never say never, but it's going to be quite hard to match that. So there's a clip that Mike's going to play on his screen in a second, which was taken from the Champions live stream. It's just a 1 minute clip, so you can go back and get into my thought process. Like, what was I thinking in the time? Why did I think we'd breach $30,000? How it then happened, and then how it progressed. So there's a quick.
And I think most people
can see here.
Yeah, I'll put it on in a second. There we go. There we go. Let's take a look at that. It's about 1 minute, so I'll play.
And I think most people are thinking stop loss below $30,000. Okay. So if you got to think to yourself, if a lot of people are thinking, oh, this is a bullish rising wedge, 30k is not going to be broken. You hear a lot of people saying this $30,000 is not going to be broken, falling wedge. So a lot of people are just focused on this with the stops below the low.
There's no sound.
I would kind of like.
There's no sound.
I think if I got to think of what I would prefer this, and that is that we actually. I would have a bit of a wider sort of view of stop loss on this. But the other viewpoint is that we actually do this. And that is, you know, everybody looking at the rising wedge. Maybe we still got another rotation to the upside. If we did, even more people would be looking at it. And then we actually just do this and break down, grab the liquidity, all those stop losses. Guess what? All these people stopped out equals high liquidity for longs. And we actually just end up reversing to the range high. Well, I must admit, this is my favorite scenario. The more that this has gone on.
Well, that was the video. Yeah. You guys were not able to see it, I suppose. But
no, we had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, we had no idea.
So no, that was really epic, because it did went exactly how you predicted.
You can't really top that. I mean, that is just not just the technical, but the psychological sort of understanding behind it. I think it was like just out of this world. It really shows that trading is not easy. It's not an easy task. You need to master the making a chart look pretty, to then actually going ahead with your plan. And at the time where there's just so much fear and, greed, but in this case was fear, just being prepared, being relaxed, and just going with it. Yeah. I mean, that for me is the one that needs to be, broken, as in taking an understanding from, because that is, when the epiphany. Wow, this is it.
Yeah.
So I like that. That is one hard to top. So
yeah, that's what I saw somebody say, wasn't it the short from 65,000? Well, yeah, that was obviously. It was a close call, but for me, I think it was just because of that. And for me, it was just more special. Like, I do good trades quite often, but that one was just really special for the way it was on live stream. Like before it happened on live stream, this is what's going to happen. And then for it to happen so precisely, man, that was just special.
But the short coming down to 32K was nice too.
But that was also nice. But
that was such a hype one, wasn't it? Like the t-shirt.
Oh god, yeah. You remember with the meme?
Yeah.
That was obviously nice.
Yeah. Epic trade.
Yeah, what about you, Michael?
Well, I was actually debating on what I should pick, but I guess I'm gonna have to go with GRT. Because that was the thing, is that the way that I traded that was actually really interesting. Because do you remember, guys, when Coinbase actually got listed on the exchange? I remember, Daniel, that you did a live stream at that time showing this EMA strategy. That is actually how I got my entry at the time. So let me just switch to the chart for a second. I do think that you guys somehow have been your guys are out of focus at the moment. Well, anyway, gonna have to deal with it for a second. But anyway, GRT, this was for me just epic, the most epic trade. I basically did 100x on this one single trade. It was not exactly in 2021, but I could say, pretty much. So I'll walk you quickly through how I managed to get into that, because I cannot show you in detail because it's too long ago. The data is too old, but I actually did that on a 5-minute crossing over on EMA strategy, where I was trading this from the very bottom, from 3 cents. And to be 100% fair, I actually still hold some of that position till the day of today. But I will walk you through it in a second. I'm trying to find an image over here. There we go. So this one here you guys can see, I bought it at 3 cents, which was the starting point basically on where it got listed. So pretty much from the minute it got listed, I managed to catch the very low. And at the time that this screenshot was taken, it was already up 763%. Which is just insane. So what happened over there? Basically, we had this incredible rise in price. On a 50-minute, I traded it, and as I saw the momentum slowing down at that time, unfortunately, I wish I could show you guys, but it's too long ago. I cannot go back into the data that quickly. But basically what happened was that I managed to more or less take profits at the very top of this initial rise. Then we saw this retracement to the 786 over the course of a few months. And from there on out, I timed the exact low, literally, that 786. I bought the 786 over here, and essentially traded it all the way to the top. And I sold most of my holdings or position basically from that particular trade, netting me just over 100x in profits, which is outright crazy. And just off of Fibonacci work, it was the 1.618 extension from that retracement. So yeah, I mean, technical analysis, who's going to tell me the technical analysis doesn't work? So I would say, yeah, that was by far the trade of the year, for sure. And imagine if I wouldn't have had taken profits, then, I would, now we've retraced almost the entire move. So I would say from entry to execution and trade management, that was just like the open, like the master thesis, so to speak, of the trading year for me personally.
Yeah, that's obviously pretty amazing.
Legend.
Yeah. And yeah, I would say a bonus one is Tezos as well. Although I didn't take the trade myself, but I guess I'll leave that story probably for another time. Which I also managed to sell nearly the exact top on the USD pair as well. So basically, altcoins have been very kind to me this year, and Bitcoin as well, obviously. But altcoins are just how do you say that? Excelling above that.
Altcoin king, mate.
Yep. Yeah,
we're
definitely.
The Bitcoin peasants.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it was extremely enjoyable for me to trade altcoins this year. Not gonna lie, altcoins have been such a joy to trade. Very technical as well, and yeah, it was just, I don't know, what else can I say? It was just amazing. I love trading.
Come on, as we all do.
Yep.
Exactly.
Need it.
And yeah, I think I do have a question that now that we have gone past that period in time, I would say, right? So there was a lot of debate in the crypto space for a while from that rise on from the 29K. Like, is this a corrective wave? We had basically this rise on fairly low volume. And there were a lot of different opinions about that, right? And now that all of that has transpired, would you mind enlightening the crowd a little bit on how that progressed according to you guys?
Want to go with me?
For me, low volume in this case didn't mean much. I mean, market structure was up and up we went. Simple.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
The volume will come in when the volume is provided. If no one is shorting or if no one is selling an asset, the asset will continue to go up. If there's keen buyers, I mean, with low volume or high volume, I think it's relevant, isn't it? I mean, yeah.
For me, I remember like during especially this rise around like this section, it would have been like October-ish time. I just remember like nearly every live stream I done, people were just like, the volume is really low on this rise. The volume's really low on this rise. What's your opinion on the volume? What's the volume's really low, Daniel. Can you tell us why the volume's low? And my answer was literally the same on every live stream that I made, from even actually after we broke 40K, even on this decline, and as we were like picking up again here. My answer was really, really, really simple, the whole of this rise. And that was, I am bullish, even though the volume is really low. And I was actually saying that the low volume rise here is bullish. And I remember telling people, read a textbook, and the textbook will tell you low volume rises are bearish. And my opinion was flipped, that this low volume rise is bullish, obviously in the short to medium term, because the reason we've got so low volume on this rise is because half of the market is sat out of this waiting for lower. People got the retest of 39,500, which was another one that we timed the level.
Yes.
Anyway.
In person, by the way.
Yeah.
Where were you then?
I don't know, mate.
I remember Maria. I remember. Maria. She's probably watching this.
I can't even remember what I was. Oh yeah, we had the roll rise out of this, and my simple answer was half the people, more than half the people are waiting on the sidelines. They're waiting for lower. This low volume rise for me is unimportant, and the reason the volume's low is because people are waiting for lower, and the market was building up in a very controlled fashion. By who? By the larger players. It was really simple case of walked up,
all the way up,
walked up all the way up to where $69,000, and who shorted $69,000? Well, you can probably guess.
Yeah.
And so it's been a simple case this year of who shorted $65,000, who longed $29,000, and who shorted $69,000. Well, no comment. And then obviously from here we've gone from high to low to high, and we bounced back into the CC. And well, now we're just within this range, of course. Yeah. But yeah, I mean the levels, nobody can deny that the levels this year have been just like a trader's dream.
I mean, look, even if you go to the alerts here on the right, and then you go here, close long from the lows. I mean, that alert was set.
There's 10 days, yeah.
That was set on the 17th. I set that on the 17th, and I say close the long from the lows and go check on the flow. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
And that was for the 51,900 up here, 51,900. I mean, the low. Obviously, for myself, I always like to give a little bit of a play so that it gives you enough time to get to the charts. So you're right from your computer, which I mean, now we look at it, and we are a few 1% down, isn't it?
Just over.
Yeah, I guess also, like, if you really look at retrospective this year as compared to previous year, right? I don't know about you guys, but I had like trading days that were sometimes like 20 hours full on trading all these crazy incrementals in price on a single day after we broke out of all-time highs. And this year there's been much more, pretty much range bound if you look at it like the whole at the macro perspective, right? Can you guys still hear me actually or not?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, we can hear you. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess this year was much more, at least for me personally, was more revolving around range bound trading as well, because you did had like these massive moves to the downside and also to the upside, but in between you had also like these really elongated ranges as well, which for like in terms of when you talk about a trading challenge was I really enjoyed trading that because it allows you to practice that flexibility of when do you need to be aggressive and when do you need to be more patient and when do you need to be when do you need to reduce your trading activity, so to speak. So this is what I really liked about this year, to be fair.
Yeah.
Myself. Yeah.
I mean, this year I would say I've become more of a swing trader. I personally just really enjoy the swings. It just gives you, more time to do other things in the day, make the same amount of money, whether you're swing trading or scalp trading. And I don't know, for me personally, I've noticed myself becoming more and more and more inclined to just stick to the higher term timeframes, take the trade when it's there, leave it a week, take some profits, and I've just really enjoyed that, to be honest.
Yeah, it is nice to be in a position that you don't have to worry about it too much, but you can still go in there and play CCTR and have some fun on the lower time frames, less than a minute. If you want to, obviously,
yeah, definitely, and for me, it's quite funny. Actually, it really is a good time to look back at the year because. For me, because now especially that we're actually talking about it, I actually had like the stop of the previous all-time high, which was at 64k, 65k, and then we had this drop to 29k. That is literally the moment when I constructed a sideways channel. So on the intermediate term time frame or something like that, like this whole volume of this entire rise was bullish, obviously, as we did break all-time highs. But in the end, the way that I traded at all-time highs was actually a fake out of that channel, more or less. And now we are literally in the middle of that channel. Actually, why am I just only talking about it? Well, I can just show.
Oh.
Well,
send it.
Send it sideways. So the channel that I'm actually talking about here is this channel that I basically constructed all the way, literally since what was it, 29th of July. This is the moment where I had this channel on, and you can see that on the bigger time frame how well respected it literally has been, because we did had this reaction on the midline of the channel, had a retracement. Well, then we obviously had this great long opportunity with this, you know, triple bottom type of move at 40k. All the way went to all-time highs, broke out of that channel, backtested it, and then we actually got back into it, only for, yeah, where we have bounced off of right now. Creating this range is literally the middle of that channel. So, yeah, a short summary of the year, essentially. You know, sideways in the end.
Sideways consolidation.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, that was cool. Thanks for sharing that. It was very very interesting.
Yeah, we've had some fun. We've had some fun creating a lot of stuff. I mean, what's here? Can we share this?
Actually, about creating, you guys should know that we definitely have something really big dropping in the beginning of the next year. I'm super excited about that, though. So it's gonna be very soon, but it's gonna be big and it's gonna be really epic. Yeah.
Lots of interesting things coming up.
Lots of interesting things coming up. Yeah.
Chart Champion's going to be creating projects and platforms you've never ever seen before, like totally innovative. Yeah, just watch this space because we're taking over.
Yeah, there's interesting things coming up. I mean, we don't stop working. We are constantly working on ways to finding an edge, be ahead of the competition by a mile. So, for example, you're looking at some nice templates that we use, and yeah, it's just very nice to be able to see some nice levels just staring you at the face, you know, before they develop. So it's kind of nice to have these little edges on the competition, isn't it? Yeah, always working hard. So there's quite a few interesting things coming up from myself and obviously from you guys as well. But yeah, I'm a really sucker for this kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll keep bringing the content.
Definitely going strong, especially next year.
Definitely.
What kind of interesting things you got going on there on your screen, my friend?
I mean, I've got some interesting levels above and below, and for me, it's all trade level to level. So just by looking at the screen, you know that 50,900 is support because we're above price now, above that level. We've got a daily naked point of control at 49,900, which is quite a nice level because people will be trying to long, for example, 50,000. And, you know, below that 50,000, there's obviously stop losses, and I give it another $100. So, you know, it's a potentially nice place there for a scalp, or at least to be aware of. Above 56,900, also a nice level. And between 56,900 and down to where we are now, there's not really much. Would you agree that, Daniel? There's not really much here.
Oh, above us, above us, if we can claim that high, there's obviously going to be a lot more bullish.
I mean, I can change this to the candles for you guys to see, but I mean, here, there's really not much. I mean, there's a little bit of friction at 54.3, but not much. And then if we go from there to where we are now, we're obviously at the CC. So, yeah, no, this is, yeah. We have to watch this level. So we need to watch 59, and then we have to watch also 49.9, and then above it's 56.9, 57. On the right, we've got volume candles. Each candle is a 5 million candle. So you can see the high put in today at around 10 to 6 p.m. We've got our support line on here at 51,195. That's support. You can see the open interest increase as we take the highs. Up there, we've got a few trapped longs at the very top. We can probably see how many by the footprint. So we've got 5 million, 56, 54, delta 3, 5. So about 8 mil up there. Would you say, yeah, about 8 mil?
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously they're going to be sweating a little bit now, if not stopped that already. because we've dropped 1%. So they probably are wrecked. And
they've highly leveraged it.
Yeah,
they're liquidated.
Yeah, they have liquidated. Yeah, previous week high. Yeah, it's just it's incredible. But yeah, with some nice little templates, we can be we can have a different view.
Look at the open interest there.
Yeah, it literally just up and up and up. Even it's
So that's what I noticed at the low of this move, last week. Now the open interest absolutely skyrocketed. So like the whole of this move, check the open interest of the last week, and like the open interest has just been up and 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 up. So it's just like these little things that you notice, and you're like, okay, like this is interesting. This is different than the norm of this range, and that's why you had to be, or I was personally anyway, thinking, we hit the CC. Obviously, this was the low that we put in on the daily time frame. And then if you zoom down to like the 30-minute time frame, you take the CC from the low that was put in to the high of the rally at 52K. We obviously hit that CC perfectly. And then we had 4 more tests of the CC, each one forming higher, low, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low. And then on the 4th test of the CC, with your 4th higher low, you then got a really massive open interest increase out of the level, which for me was just thinking, okay, this actually has got a bit of momentum behind it then. Okay, so e.g., you don't want to be shorting. You actually want to say to yourself, okay, I've seen the market reacting in a way that I've not seen before here. This is something really interesting. We've hit the bottom of the range. We've seen support hold. We've seen 4 higher lows on a very low time frame. And now we are finally getting the buying imbalances out of support with massive open interest increases. And as a trader, it's these little clues that show you the bigger picture. Like if you have no idea what you're reading there with the open interest, then you're just missing out on a massive bit of the puzzle, I suppose. Because at the end of the day, it's a puzzle, and you're putting together the little pieces to give you an informed trading decision. And if you don't know, if you've got, only 50% of the tools available, well, you're missing 50% of the puzzle. So of course you're not going to, unlikely you're going to make much money off of that. But once you've learned the tools, you got all the pieces of the puzzle together. It comes together. It looks beautiful, and it trades even better. So yeah, that for me was the little heads up there of the open interest.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Amen.
So 57K is a big number for us as resistance. And I love how the single print there didn't quite get filled prior to it. It literally kind of like touched it, but didn't quite get filled. And today we go back.
That is exactly why I like this so much as well. I'm not gonna spoil. No, I'm not gonna talk too much about that. But essentially, like that high was just annoying, and I wanted to see it taken out, and now it happened. So that's great.
And now it happened. So and it's all part of like the bigger picture, isn't it? Having that plan, being patient, isn't it? Like
it's all about patience.
Yeah, it really is.
Absolutely.
So, and don't just take the trade because you've got time to take the trade, or because you feel like taking the trade. Just wait for that one trade, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that one that okay, this one's got a higher probability. So why take one which is like a 50-50? It's like, for example, if you're in the middle of a range and you take a fib from high to low and you like bang on at 50%, why would you trade there? It's literally 50-50. Yeah. So don't take the trade.
This is the thing. I don't think people understand thinking probabilities. Like, not some guy comments, are you bullish or bearish at the moment? And I think I can answer for all of us here. If you ever ask us, are you bullish or are you bearish? I think the answer you're always going to get is, where's the next level? E.g., we're never ultra bullish, we're never ultra bearish. We are impartial to this outcome because we can make money with our longs. We can make money with our shorts. So why would we be holding a trading bias per se of I'm a bull or I'm a bear? Why would I identify myself as something when I can identify myself as the matrix.
Yeah.
I don't care if it goes up. I don't care if it goes down. It's so irrelevant to me. I honestly couldn't care less whether Bitcoin is at 100K, 3K. It makes no difference to my life, no difference to my trades at all. The only thing that I care about is, hey, here's the next level.
Yep.
Let's trade to that.
Simple. Yeah. And like setting the alerts, being patient, having the plan and following the plan. And when the whole thing is happening, is not being, scared, because that is your risk calculator, that is your reward calculator, and you have to be cool with it. That's it. Yeah. And if it's a loss, just move on to the next one.
Yeah. And I will comment on this question. I'm really bad at listening to the Charlie. Somebody said, if they don't know the price, what are they talking about? And I think this is, I talk about this because it's a common comment of people always want to say, so what's happening next? Okay, well done. You've done this prediction. What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? And this is the thing that I on this channel have repeated, I don't know how many times. And the answer is, you do not need to know what's going to happen next. Like, for example, you saw all of our top 1 trades of the year. Did we know what was going to happen next per se? We had an idea, we had our levels marked out, and then we traded based off of what actually happened. Okay, we didn't know what was going to happen next. All we knew was, I'm going to long if it hits that level. We didn't know it could have, for example, my $29,000 long, if we had done the falling wedge and risen perfectly from the falling wedge, I would have missed that trade, no, because I was only planned and prepared to long from lower. So the thing is, you don't need to know what's going to happen next. You just need to know your level to the upside, you will trade, your level to the downside to the trades. And if it goes down, I'll take the long. If it goes up, I'll take the short. But I don't need to know which way it's going next. And that is such like the big bam. I understand this now, but many people don't understand that. If you say, I don't know where price is going next, they think, oh, click off the video, let's go watch this guy, which is giving me certainty. This is what's happening next. I know what's happening. Nobody in the world knows what's happening next.
Yeah.
And the only people that will claim they know what's happening next are, honestly, I think I would say a fraud. Because it's just like they're trying to sell you a dream that is just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And the only way you can make money trading is by accepting, I don't know what's going to happen next. I'm going to prepare myself for downsides. I'm going to prepare myself for upsides, and I will be impartial to what happens next.
Yeah.
I'm prepared. I'm ready. I've got a plan.
Yeah, I honestly, 100%. That is it. Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah.
If it happens, great. If it doesn't, well, that's okay too.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What can I add to that? Actually, not really anything, because that's what it is. And to be fair, if because you know technical analysis and because you have like the availability to all these tools, you also don't even need a bias anymore at all. Like you don't even need to use the words bullish or bearish anymore, right? It's, like lately I've found myself saying like, so are you bullish or bearish? I'm like kind of always neutral in a way, just looking at like these levels where I'm gonna wait for a certain reaction. And if it's to the upside, price comes from the downside, that's where I'm going to look for a short, right? But it doesn't mean that I'm bearish or bullish. It's just a trade that I'm going to take, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And for me, that was really like very freeing, as you mentioned before, in the way of thinking, because that kind of exterminates all the FOMO and all these emotions.
Yeah, absolutely. I see the guy said, I'm getting it now. I didn't mean to upset anyone. I'm not upset at all, mate. It's just like one of my pet peeves of people that, hey, you're here to learn. You're learning. I'm glad you enjoyed the walkthrough, the talk. But yeah, I'm not upset.
No, we're not upset. Definitely not. Igor time.
Happy it's Igor time.
Bang.
Merry Christmas and happy Igor time.
That's literally to the dot. Look at that.
It's impressive when you know what you're doing.
Boom.
Definitely.
That's quite cool. That's why I like to have it there. Look at that.
So if you do not fully understand what's going on here on the screen, then you should check out the website. and start learning. We could probably walk you through it right now, but it wouldn't make any sense because you would miss so many contextual things. So if you know, but hey, something is happening right now on the chart.
Literally.
Because
so
of a reason.
Example,
yeah,
so exactly. So for example, if you had 14 days ago identified that high and taken a short, and now you are like literally what 1.5–2% down on your trade, I mean up on your trade because you shorted down in price, this is a take profit.
And look at this, we literally just hit that support, absolutely bang on.
And then you can see a little thing here happening, which is like another little session being born at, it's quite incredible, isn't it? At, what can we say? you gotta,
I agree. There's no real words.
So look, so you've got time there. You can see it's on here. It's 8 p.m. And you've got the session being born. You've got the level being hit. You've got it's.
This is what you call like accuracy.
It's like it's being able to identify the levels. I mean, and they were there. You sort of you can go back and see it was all there. But that's incredible. Yeah, I like that. This is just a nice little strategy that we have at Chart Champions now, and it's been welcome actually.
People have loved it.
People have loved it. So join us.
Definitely do that.
Find out more. It's quite that's it. I saw a comment here that is saying, "Could Eagle get into the exercise?" Well, that's another topic. That's going to be a long one. But Atas does make it a little bit cleaner. But let's not get into that. That would take another 3 hours to explain.
We're already streaming for 1 hour already.
Yeah. Oh yes, because that's 7.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Precious time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So for me, I think I guess we can start wrapping it up. I think, unless there's anything burning on you guys, any of you guys' mind that you have to share, for example.
From my side is just patience, a journal. Don't rush into trades. If you obviously tuned in, obviously you enjoy trading and you want to be part of the community, isn't it? Like if you're watching this video, for me is don't look at the people screaming for really, really crazy high numbers or low numbers or whatever number it is, and just try and understand yourself why they're calling these numbers, because obviously it's some of them are definitely not realistic even. And just try to understand technical analysis, and why they always say, why do 95% people lose money in trading? It's because they all read the same books. Yeah. So, there's no, you can't read the books, you have to kind of learn your own edge. We will give you some, advanced knowledge on how to read order flow, for example, and, making your own levels, but it's down to you to actually go in there and trade these levels and making your own strategies around what you're going to be, what's going to be your confluence, what's your plan, am I going to wait for a specific time to long or short? So just be patient. And I think the most important thing I would say is, and that's helped me a lot, was to create your own journal where you actually log your trades even before they happen, because as you saw, I was able to say that we had a nice SFP incoming 14 days ago. I mean, it's here. I can show you again, just so that you know what we're talking about. There's an alert, was created, look, close the longs from the low, created on the 17th of December. So if you can, predetermine a level like that, you can for sure log it on a piece of paper, on an Excel spreadsheet. It doesn't take that much long. And with that, you'll be able to know, okay, will that trade be, like once the level is hit, you can zoom in and take the trade upon seeing your confluences. If they meet, if they all agree, you've already got that all planned. You know the levels, you know your risk, you know your reward. Sometimes even before the trade happens, you can just say, actually, the risk reward is not actually that great, so I won't take that trade. And how did you find that? You found that by actually making a log and trading and seeing the reward, the reward to risk and risk reward. Because a lot of traders go in there and just hit the button, not knowing, and then that's it, and it goes the other way. And So journal, patience, and Yeah.
I'll take this question because I kind of found it funny. Where was it? This one. Was your social life affected by trading? And I think I could say the answer is yes.
Yes, it was definitely affected by trading. Yeah, definitely. I mean,
well,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we've bonded. Mike, I mean, from you and I mean, we've been chart champions now for a long time, and we've made some, I mean, amazing friends. And it's been just like, honestly, like just traveling to a few places and meeting you guys. And I mean, even Ash, for example, I mean, I met with him before I met you guys, and he came to the factory. We had a nice tour. I mean, yeah, it's just incredible. So it affected on a positive way, not negative. And you can find time for everything. And yeah, so why not? Happy Boxing Day.
Yeah, man. I just think, yeah, there's obviously, well, I can only speak from my personal experience and the people that I've met. Now I've met hundreds and hundreds of different champion members. Whenever I go on holiday somewhere, I'll always post it in the group. Hey, who's around? Let's do a meetup. And I can definitely say I've met some of my best friends from Chart Champions, just like having that sharing the same passions, having that same interests. Everybody wants the same things. Everybody is so willing to help each other. And it's like they actually want to see, genuinely want to actually see you improve,
succeed.
And it's yeah, I mean,
it's heartwarming, isn't it?
It is. It is absolutely amazing. And yeah, so like for the was your social life affected?
No.
For me, well, I suppose like affected in
a positive way.
In a positive way, absolutely, yes.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
I suppose you could say for some people maybe they get negatively affected by it, but everyone's going to have their own sort of outlook on this.
Yeah.
Everyone has to be able to manage their time.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think maybe the question is probably because they're finding it tricky to spend time, like, for example, if you have a business or if you have a family, to navigate around, like, when are you going to actually learn and then when are you actually going to trade? I mean, you know, yeah, you have to make a plan. You have to have like a routine where you set yourself like, okay, like this day of a week and those hours of that week, I'm going to be doing, you know, studying. Etc. So it comes with, you know, but yeah, there's definitely time for everything, and social life just, yeah, it's actually better, really. To be honest, it is.
Well, yeah,
and then going in like general chat in the morning, it's quite,
I love
nice.
it. I love waking up, going general chat. And this is the thing, like people are
graduation channel.
Yeah,
it is the graduation.
That's the graduation channel. You get to Chart Champions. If you've been a member, you know this. General chat is like the jokey hangout, like that's where you make friends, I'd say.
Yeah.
And you have to have a good separation of what's a joke. If you don't understand British humor or sarcasm, it might be a little bit difficult at first.
Yeah.
But once you understand the humor, once you start to understand it all, it's absolutely hilarious.
It is.
But yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I like it.
And also there, like, patience also comes back, you know. It's not like you can just begin trading and achieve everything that you want, right? You do need to put in the hard work, and you do need to, you know, mature, essentially, from a baby trader into a mature, grown-up trader. And once you have put in the time and once you have put in the dedication, that is really when you really are able to change your life and reap the rewards from all of that. And, you know, honestly, I don't think I would have been gotten this far if we did not had this amazing community, you know, with all these people around it. It's definitely been a great help also, you know. So yeah.
I like a comment there. CC is more than a community.
Oh,
it's
yes.
a family.
This was a brilliant post that I put. This is probably going to go.
Yeah.
Where was that post that I put the other day?
Probably got it.
Oh, this is on yours. Yeah, it's on the wrong one.
Go to click on yours and then maybe. The family, is that one?
Was. Oh yeah, this is it. I love the I go off on Twitter on loads of random stuff, but CC is more than just a trading group. We are more than just a team of all-stars. We are more than just a channel full of learning. We are more than the trades that we've won, and we're more than the lives we have changed throughout our history. And it's just like a realization that we are more than just this, and the things that you can grow, the things you can achieve, the things you can inspire, it's just like, people might just say, oh yeah, they're a trading group, but then when you actually peel down the onions and you see the layers, it's like, well, it's so much more than that. But yeah, I'm gonna keep on choking up here, so I'm gonna
yeah
yeah
you have to say
he's getting emotional
before I start to cry,
because we're talking about the family.
yeah
and this is just all paper trades that we do, isn't it? We got to put that one in. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh really? Oh okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think those are really that's really valuable. It's not only just about the trading part, but it's also about the whole experience. That's what it is. It's an experience. Like the whole package, basically. I think that for me personally, that would summarize the community the best way. Yeah, I think I'm running out of things to say myself. I think it's a nice moment with all these warm feelings to tie an end to today, and go to bed with happy memories, so to speak.
I don't think you're gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
Go to bed with a happy memory, and looking forward to 2022.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thanks so much for having you guys on all the way from the beach. Looks like the weather hasn't changed and the breeze is still exactly the same as it was in the beginning. The palm tree. Really nice. So thanks for joining tonight. It was a pleasure. And I would say, any last words?
Eep.
Fair enough then. Okay, then I would say thanks everybody for joining. I want to wish
everybody a prosperous 2022. And yeah, just a good one. And hopefully we can see you guys in the group, and we can bounce nice ideas from each other, and grow as a community, and just reach out, just help each other, really. Yeah, I'm willing to do that. So
yeah,
definitely.
I think my final words, I suppose, of the year, because I suppose this will be the last video of the year.
Yes.
Will be, thank you all so much. Obviously, it's been a crazy journey. Always trying to improve, always trying to learn. I think it's important to know never ever going to be at the top. So don't fall complacent. Keep working hard. At the end of the day, the only thing that separates the average from the great is their work ethics, the amount of work they put in. I saw a comment earlier saying, I suppose you're good at trading because you're smart. Absolutely not. I only speak for myself here, but I am not smart, just hardworking. And that's the reason I got to where I am, by trying to outwork everybody else. And obviously 2022 going to be a big year for Chart Champions. We are really working on some special projects. You're going to see them. You're going to see them soon, and we are going to change the space for the better. And that's it from me, I suppose. Thank you, honestly. Thank you. And it's just a pleasure to make these YouTube videos. I absolutely love it.
Yep.
So happy to help.
Same here. Thank you. Thank you, Mike, for having us, actually.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries there.
Yeah. And thanks for the invite, mate.
Thank you ever so much for joining. We had at some point we had almost 3,000 viewers live joining us in the stream. So thanks everybody for joining us and also giving us continued support. Also on not only on the YouTube channels but also in the community by sharing what you have learned and what you have achieved. And that is why we do this also. To see that other people also can get these kind of results. So thanks a lot for that. I wish everybody the best for the new year as well. And definitely looking very much forward to going into the next year, as there will be a